getting up here. How you doing out there, AJ? Morning, everybody. Usually I do a bunch of little technical wizardry. Instead, I just pulled back the curtain. We are live. Good morning. My phone just chimed, which says, "Hey, Cedarburg Library is on the air." As if I didn't know. Nice of you all to see me. How's that? Do you like that? I like that. And we're waiting for Jack to show up here on the big show. If it's your first time joining us, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. No, you'll have a lovely time. We're here from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, right here on this stream on YouTube. You can go to the CPL Radio YouTube page and find us. And we're on the CPL Radio Facebook page and one other place. Oh yeah, we're on the CPL Radio Twitter feed, which nobody looks at. It is the most useless, dead parking garage of nothing. The parking garage of despair. That is Twitter. Elon Musk loves me right now for glorifying Twitter. I have a young person there. How do you feel about Twitter these days? Oh, you're not listening. Oh, you're not. Their earbuds are in, so they didn't hear me. That's probably for the best. Anyway, Twitter. I don't know what to do about that one. So Jack should be here eventually. Someone had mentioned recently that they missed my morning rambling and preambling, so which shocks me to no end. So I gave you a little bit of ramble today. Quite the dramatic weather we had this morning. Very, very biblical out there. But now it has seemed to have moved over the lake, and we're in for a warmer day today, like a middle 60s, and but I'm sure we Wisconsinites will still find some way to complain about it. Head on down to the PJ Piper's or one of our coffee shops, and you might hear old guys like me saying, "Well, there's a little humidity today." Here's one of those old guys now. Let's let the geezer of the hour in the room. Jack.
You're the geezer of the hour.
No, you are. Don't go round and round with me.
Oh yeah, no. You're the one that does geezer talk.
I do geezer talk. Yes, I went to the Sorbonne to learn geezer talk.
The Sorbonne. You got sore buns, all right. You make my buns sore.
Oh boy.
They're pain in the ass.
Hey, I should probably play the theme song here. Hang on.
You didn't do that yet?
Well, you weren't here. I would be saying, everyone would, the choir would be singing, "Here's Jack," and then I'd be lying.
Here I am.
Here he is.
Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
Show is on the air, sponsored today by 25 miles an hour. Yes, 25 miles an hour is the speed you need to go, especially if you're in front of Jack.
Tell everybody in Cedarburg that. I'm so sick of people going 18 miles an hour. 18. The question I have is, what the fuck is it about PJ Pipers that everybody has to slow down to a crawl to look in the windows? People are eating. You know what they have in there? Pancakes. Get your ass moving, motherfucker. Let's go. God. Whoa.
You might get
every goddamn day. And you know the thing is, it doesn't matter what time of day either.
Someone might be getting the Heimlich maneuver, have a little in the throat. You don't want to miss that. Like whenever I drive past any house, I'm looking in the windows.
I want them to miss the Heimlich. If you're driving 18 miles an hour, you don't deserve to live into 25. For God's sakes.
Here's Jack.
That It was accidental. Perfect. It was totally. My hand hit the mouse, and I'm like, "Oh, how wonderful!" The life seldom works out that way.
It does. You gotta get your head out of the way of Quinn Natal sign. You want
to trying? It's
it's all right. You're good. It's a great piece of artwork, and I just want to do a promo because Quinn is going to be joining us on the show on Monday.
The artist himself.
The artist himself, Quinn, and I believe it's Natal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that
Natalia, I suppose one of the
correctly.
two.
Yeah. But can't wait to have him. I'm sure Quinn's mom, who seems very lovely, does not drive 18 miles an hour. She sounds like a 25 mile an hour person to me. It used to tick me off when people would only go 25, 25. But that's not good enough. They have to go under 20, under 20. Buicks and Subarus are the worst.
The pedal on the right. Tap it a little more.
Must be something about the long U that makes them terrible drivers. But you know me, I don't like to get. I'm always on the up.
I hate to start the show on a sour note.
Damn straight,
Lemonhead.
I'm only human.
Hey, it's a day after the big election day. Speaking of sourheads, and here we are. We all are still surviving. We're also still standing. Cedarburg's still here. America's still here. Democracy
works. I mean, people voted. I mean, it was jammed. Did you vote?
I did. Well, I'm in Stockville, so the line was. It took me. I want to say about 12 seconds to get to. It's over at the Legion Hall there, we go down there and you look and you can still smell last week's fish fry. So that was good. Oh, Jack, you froze.
Good.
There you go. Oh, there you go. You're back.
I'm a city dweller, so my thing is at the community gym on Washington Avenue. Mm-hmm. And before all this hoo-ha going on, you used to be able to walk in and vote. Now you have to check in to vote, even if you're a registered voter, which is fine. I mean, they're doing their job. And I went there about 11 o'clock and I'd wait a little bit, not too long. The guy who near the machine who was handing out the I voted stickers said, "Oh, we're at 8:20 something." He goes, "We're shooting for 1,000." I said, "You'll have that before noon."
Yeah.
For God's sakes.
Yeah. It's cool that a sort of non-presidential, not terribly sexy election has such a good turnout. I mean, I think they had a relatively decent turnout.
Who is it? Who said it? Some politician said that the local races have more impact on your life than the national ones do.
Absolutely. These are the ones that people should be turning out for. The president. I mean, what?
If the polls are closing, take an hour if you're going to drive into Cedarburg, because there's going to be somebody going 18 miles an hour on Washington Avenue holding up traffic.
I feel like you're on the verge of putting a referendum on the next ballot about.
There was a referendum
on about 18 to 25.
No, it should be.
It should be. That's what I
mean. I think if you go 18 miles an hour on Washington Avenue, the first ticket, you have your license revoked for 60 days. If it happens again, you're out. Burn it. I would do like they do with people with bad credit, how they clip up the cards in front of everybody. They had to do that with your driver's license.
Oh my!
But I might have a feeling or two about that.
Be a government overreach.
No. They should have those. You know how they have the speed things to try and dissuade people from speeding too much. Like they should do it. If the red thing should go off if you go under the speed limit. That's when that red light should go off, not when you go above it, because you're not doing anybody any favors. Okay, onward. You know me. Positive.
Yes. He's struggling for positivity this morning.
I'm not struggling. I'm looking forward to this evening. It's your first author's. What are you calling it? It's the first one that counts.
The Cedarburg Authors a Circle.
It reminded me. I was thinking of that this morning. It reminds me of like on Second City TV, how they would say they would have a thing of really bad poetry or whatever. They would have a skit.
I think on SNL, Jan Ecker used to host Bad Ballet.
Yes. Okay.
They were doing the Hawaiian version of Swan Lake called Swan Lay. Stay tuned. This one's going to be really bad.
Or Count Floyd. That was the one on Second City TV.
Oh, yeah.
The horror movie. Ooh, that's so scary. Okay, it's not so scary. he was great. I think, man. Mr. Bob's
Mr. Bob's.
needs blankets, bedding. It's springtime. If you have any, check their website. But they're in need of. The seasons are changing. It's slosh season now. It's not spring. It's slosh.
Yes.
But the temperatures are starting to moderate a bit. So different needs for the homeless. Please check out Mr. Bob's underthebridge.org
Indeed.
to get the latest list. And tomorrow is the next drop off. Did I tell you I made a successful drop? I told you that.
Yeah.
I made a successful drop off. And they have nice young people working there, help you out. You don't even have to get out of your car. They come out to the car. It's great. Great deal.
Well, you're underscoring you made a successful drop off, like you had removed someone's kidney or something.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah, taking organs.
I drove up, and it was touch and go there for a little while.
What movie, Bulldog, was that? It was a horror movie.
Oh well, you're in my zone.
I know, where I think it was in England in the 1800s or sometime undetermined, and they had this doctor who would pay money for organs. And
I'm surprised you know that. I'm very impressed. That actually, I believe, is 1945's The Body Snatcher with Karloff and Lugosi.
And
Lugosi.
Is that the one? I'm not sure if this is
It's actually based on a Robert Louis Stevenson novel, but it's about a guy. Yeah, it's about a guy who essentially is a cadaver.
Yeah.
He needs it for science. Yeah, it's actually a pretty creepy little movie. Here we go. So there we are. Yes, I hope the Body Snatcher isn't reaching out to you. Okay. Thanks, Mel Blanc. Put the cartoon noises away. What's going on over there?
Shush, as you said. So the thing is,
yes.
So they, he's asking people, and then doesn't his girlfriend or his wife or somebody go missing?
Yeah,
and they needed
exactly. Daughter. I think it was daughter actually. Yeah. Oh,
daughter. Okay, I knew someone he loved, and of course it's going to be a wife. Then they come up with her body, right, or some part of her,
yes.
Turn him into. Yeah. They needed. It was like it kind of reminiscent of Monty Python when bring out your dead.
I'm not dead. I'm so happy. So there we are.
I love it when Monty Python makes an unexpected entrance into the conversation. Java House. Java House. You know what Java House is? Today is hopefully free of all this brouhaha about allegedly somebody.
There's their brouhaha right there.
Yes. Well, in addition to the drinks, but I have to tell you, this morning is a perfect example. You walk in there, and Gary is back in town. He was in Arizona for the spring. It's a community place. Everybody's like, it really has a sense of community there with people, the customers, the baristas. Really nice place to go and have a sit down, have a brew, talk to somebody. Did you ever go get the Golden Moon milk the other day?
Didn't make it.
I didn't either. I'm going today though. We got to do a Golden Moon milk thing. It's a Golden Moon milk day. Look at it.
It
outside.
is.
It's sloshy.
Look at this gal after her 7th iced coffee.
Oh, God.
And there we are.
Mel's River Run. We know a celebrity who's going to be there at the finish line of the Mel's River Run.
We do. We're loaning them our sports department. I hope Mel has paid handsomely for that. The invoice is in the mail.
Yes. Well, I hope people, you talk about me and my temper. If someone crosses AJ when they cross the line, there's going to be a problem because he gets
He's more of a bouncer.
He is a bouncer. He's like the River Run bouncer. Watch out for him. Today is a big day.
It is.
It's a day of controversy and debate.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Because
I wore the wrong shirt.
It is National Deep Dish Pizza Day.
Oh, you're going there. All right.
Well, you have to. That's what day it is. You got to celebrate this holiday in style. Now, the first thing I want to say is the surprisingly really, really, really good place to get deep dish pizza around here is Chuck's Place.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I've never eaten it there because it takes a while to make. You call ahead, go in. Oh my God, it's fantastic.
Oh, you got to hang around in the dining room. That's a trip, man.
Oh man,
all those Thiensville-lites hanging out, going. They'll look up and someone will say, there's a cold front coming in, and everyone in the room looks up and goes, yeah.
Thieves villains.
Yes.
In Tentsville, right in downtown Tentsville, it is.
Absolutely.
Do you know who else makes really good. I've never had it. Have you ever had Tommaso's?
Yes,
Deep dish?
Tommaso's deep dish is pretty stellar. I had their margarita deep dish, which is what tomato and spinach or something. And
Yeah, tomato and basil.
God, that's good.
and tomato.
Oh
Is
man,
it?
it's so darn good. Yeah. So it's interesting. I'm an absolute pariah in my family because
Many
for
reasons.
numerous reasons, of course, but not the least of which is the fact that I am a deep dish person amid a household of thin crackery crust people.
Well, are they New York people though, or are they thin crackery? There's a difference.
No, they're Trivers people. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, no, but I think it harkens back to like almost where we're at this time of year with matzah. Like they like almost like matzah pizza. So it's like thin, crispy, dry. That's my mother, my brother, my dad. Although my dad is actually
Tommaso's thin crust. I'm you know me. I'm so easy to get along with. I can go either way. I can flow either way on this one.
Yeah,
any kind of pizza.
24 miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes. Pizza delivery guy goes a little faster, but it's so people love pizza and it's so incredibly divisive. Nationally, according to a poll, Americans prefer the Chicago style 51-49.
Oh, that's just like our politics.
Yep.
That's exactly where we are nationally when it comes to conservative and liberal. 51-49, and then you could just flip-flop those every 2.5 hours. Right. That's how often that kind of...
Why don't you bring in our resident Italian as I read some more?
It is time for sports on the Jack Henke Show, and this is when we turn the show over to someone with integrity and responsibility. Hello, AJ. Good morning.
AJ.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
How are you? AJ, I got to talk to you about something right away, right off the top here. This is huge. So I listened
bigger
to
than pizza?
Bigger. I listened to the Brewer game last night, which radio is my preferred way to do it. Yeah. Listening to one of Jack's favorite people, Bob Uecker.
Well, I got something.
Oh, Jack's freezing completely. Jack, your internet is not cooperating today. It must be the storm. You're back. Okay, there you go.
All right. I got something about that too. Go ahead.
Well, here, I'll steamroll things and then I'll turn it over to you. My favorite part, the thing I missed the most about the off season was back last night on WTMJ radio. They turned it over to a person from my neck of the woods up there in Kewanee. They had analysis from ex-Brewer pitcher Jerry Augustine, who said, I got to tell you, the best part of the game, is when like the ball will leave the pitcher's hand, and then on occasion the bat will make contact with the ball, and it'll go far, or sometimes it won't, or it'll be caught. This is Jerry's analysis every game.
Well, here's the thing.
I live for that.
As a kid, Jerry Augustine was on the Brewers, and he was a pitcher. And all I remember is him getting shelled. And so
he wasn't top dollar.
His name is Jerry Augustine, and we all call him Doggenstein because he was just. But I met one of the most lovely people I've ever met in my entire life. Is his daughter. She said, my dad used to be a pitcher, and yes, and I was like, shit, I can't say funny anymore.
So you're the Augustine's kid? You're the Schnauzer's daughter.
So now I've completely changed my nose. He's such a nice guy.
He's a lovely fellow. Yes. It's hard to say anything bad about him. But I will
like me
to do so. But no, it was great last night. His wrap up. Yeah, there's a lot of games in the season. Usually there's about 100 some games there, and so you can't get too excited, but you should get a little excited. The best part of the game being, I got to tell you. I tell you what. Sometimes they'll round the bases. They'll actually run the bases. They'll get to first, and then they go to second. I love that part.
Look at AJ. You're wearing a Packers lid. I'm a big Brewers. At least your Brewers banner's up. AJ and I were texting each other for the first few innings last night, and AJ was on a roll because I predicted that Wade Miley would shut down the Mets.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I told you he would shut down the Mets.
Not a good night for Mr. Scherzer. Boy, that's is the egg on the face or what?
That's a rough night for Mr. Scherzer.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm stealing your thunder, or at least Jerry Augustine is stealing your thunder.
Hold on. Are you taking off for a couple minutes?
I am. I got to do a little.
Okay. Before you do, I sent you a video yesterday when I thought we were having a show that I wanted to play for AJ. Maybe you can play it when you come back.
I will do that. I'll have it all set up and everything. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Enjoy your sports report.
All right. Okay, AJ. What you got?
Up, guys? We got Bucks. Well, we'll start with the Brewers because that was epic last night. 5 5 home runs in 2 innings.
What happened? I was going to say, I shut it off when it was 2-0 in the 5th, and the Mets had 2 guys on and nobody out. I thought, this is not going to go well.
Mitchell, Tellez, and Anderson went back to back to back.
Really?
And then Mitchell and Anderson went back to back the next inning.
What the hell is with it? I never even heard of Anderson before this year.
Well, you should have heard of him because Brian Anderson has the same name as Brian
I know. Well, I've heard of him, the announcer, but I've not heard of Brian Anderson, the player. Who'd he come from? Give us his story.
He came from Miami.
In a trade? Free agent? What the hell?
Free agent.
What position does he play?
Third.
Oh, good. They had terrible third base last year.
Yeah.
He's got a gun. I've seen him throw from third, and oh my God, no! It's like it disappears. It's like it's
I
very
thought you were gone.
Okay, goodbye.
No,
So
he does have a cannon.
okay, well, tell us. So, can I ask you a few more questions about Anderson?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is this the first time I saw him? He had the first 2 RSBI of the game.
No.
He had a rip. He ripped one to left field, a line drive.
Yep.
It was 2-0. What happened? Did Scherzer? Was he the one that was getting hammered for the home runs?
Yeah, Scherzer gave up 3 homers.
Oh my God, that's has that ever happened to him before?
Yeah, it's happened one time before.
Okay, well that's fabulous because he's been a Brewer killer. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, gonna be a Hall of Famer, but
38 years old.
And he's particularly hard on the Brewers in his career.
Really. They spent a lot of money. And they spent a lot of money on their pitching.
Mm-hmm.
And both their ace pitchers, one is on the shelf right now, Justin Verlander.
I heard that's not serious. Is that right? He'll be back soon.
It's not serious. He'll be back soon. And
Okay.
one got shelled last night.
And they had another guy go on DL today, pitcher, Tommy Hunter or something like that. I don't know if that's right.
After giving up 2 homers last night, he went on the DL?
Yeah, he went on the DL today.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
So
bruised ego. That's what that is.
what do you think? So now the Brewers are what, 4-1?
4-1, yes, sir.
4-1. They've outscored the Mets, the highest payroll team in the majors, 19-0 over 2 games.
Yes, sir.
What is realistic for Brewers fans this year? Do you think after seeing this, should Brewers fans be more excited? Just enjoy the ride? What do you think?
Have patience, my friends.
Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, you throw the
Okay.
ball and it suddenly just disappears, and then next thing it goes out to the outfield. Sometimes sorry, goodbye.
You're back so soon. Yeah. Okay. Well, I saw a guy. His name is Hal. I don't know his last name, but he's a regular at the job house, and he is a baseball fanatic. So I asked him this morning because he's usually a tough grader on the Brewers, and he said he likes the youth. He thinks they're more exciting, and he likes all the rule changes.
Yeah, that's a good combination. I love Joey Weimer.
Okay, he's the right fielder.
He's the right fielder. He threw not that it's hard to throw Vogel back out when he's stretching into a double, but he threw Vogel back out last night. And
He did.
From the right field corner, and it was amazing.
He also stole a base when I was watching.
Yeah, he's 6'4" and he's fast as can be.
And where did they get that guy?
Louisville.
So he's a call up from their own system.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, be honest for once, AJ. Had you ever heard of him before this opening day?
No. No.
I've heard of Mitchell. I heard the other guy you're always talking up. I haven't seen him yet. Not the second baseman. They have another guy who's supposed to be coming up this year, who's supposed to be really good. I can't think of his name. You know him. You've said his name before. Anyway, so Weimer never heard of before. How the hell does that happen? A super fan like you who knows everything, career batting average and everything, how did they slip that guy through? Is he this good or is he just a mirage?
I think he's this good. I think he's this good.
Okay.
Or at least he's this fast.
Yeah, he is fast. That's not going to change whether he keeps hitting or not or whatever. But speed is a good thing in the outfield. Their outfield's faster now, which is good.
Yeah.
All good. All right. So you're on the bandwagon.
I'm
right?
on the bandwagon, and I'm riding the bandwagon until it falls off.
Okay. Enjoy it while it lasts, boys. That's all I have to say, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Quit
sir.
trying to find fault with it.
don't try to find fault with it, and don't enjoy it because you may not have this. I'm not wishing ill on the Brewers, but if they struggle, this team may look majorly different in July. So enjoy it while it lasts.
Well, they have a tough. I looked at their schedule the other day. Their starting schedule, the first 30 games or so, are is pretty tough.
It's brutal.
So every game they can win is good.
We got the Mets. We got the Cards. We got
Yeah, got all kinds of guys coming in that are good this year. Okay,
and you got keep in mind you got a more balanced schedule this year, so you play everybody.
Well, AJ, let me do a couple things that I got about. You want to talk about? Let's keep it on baseball. Is there anything else you want to cover with the Brewers?
No, I got everything covered.
Okay,
I do have something that happened on field of a more marital.
Now wait.
Hold off on that.
Just for a minute, because I go.
Right.
I saw a thing. This Bulldog. This relates to what you were saying too. I read an article yesterday saying that all the new rules. Not only is it making the game better, but it's making the announcing better, because the announcers can't shoot the shit nearly as much. They have to pay attention. They have to keep on the game.
So there's a pitching change, and I thought I'd talk to you about the fact that I'll be painting my family room nice kind of beige.
What do you think about that?
You mean we don't get to hear about we don't get to hear about the using our sausages anymore?
Oh God. God bless you, AJ, because that guy is
be nice, Jack.
I am. He's going to be
like him.
He's going to be people like him. I don't get it. Every once in a while, he'll say a score. But this article in particular was particularly about the Chicago Cubs TV booth and how much better it was, because they can't ramble on about nothing. I said it might even help hapless, hopeless Euchre.
That's
he might be able
part of the broadcast I live for, though.
Of course. How was it? How was the radio broadcast last night?
Very tight. Couldn't it was kind of like listening. I don't know. It just it was quick. I don't know. Yeah, Bob did not ramble. No, in fact he seemed surprised. I'm sure it was shocked. My bread and butter has been taken away from me. This is kind of.
I got one thing to say about the Chicago Cubs TV booth. Len Casper, I don't think anything can help the Chicago Cubs TV booth.
Oh well, they don't have. He's not on there anymore.
Oh, is he gone?
No, they have the names. I can't.
He was in Milwaukee. He started out in Milwaukee.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Bob Brownlee.
Well, listen to this. No, it's not him either. It's the names that I've heard. I'll look it up and
I'll bring him up right here. Go ahead.
Okay. They have a 3-person booth, and the guy who was fired as the Phillies manager, Joe Girardi, is like in for some of them, but there's 2 guys who are on for every game. The other thing is
Kerry Wood and Ryan Dempster. Dempster used to. Oh, he's a Cubs. Holy.
No, that's not the TV guys.
Oh wait, that's White Sox. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, no, the Cubs. No, the Cubs.
Oh,
that's
the Cubs.
That article's dated last year though, so maybe they changed it since then.
Yesterday, AJ, there was a game in the major leagues. The Twins and the Marlins. Have you heard of this?
No, go ahead.
The total time for the game was 1 hour and 57 minutes.
Wow, under two.
Wow.
Yes, it was a piece of art. Finished just before 8:45 p.m. local time.
Wow.
The
How do you like that?
The Brewer game yesterday was in the 8th inning at 2 hours at the 2 hour mark.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
People
fantastic.
will have more sleep. I mean,
Yeah.
baseball fans will actually get to turn in.
Put it this way: the Brewer game and the Bucks game almost finished at the exact same time.
And when does that happen?
Wow. All right, Bulldog, you got that video? This happened in baseball too. AJ, I don't know if you saw this or not. This was at Dodger Stadium this past weekend, I think.
I feel like the wacky world of sports here. This is,
yeah, I saw this.
Did you see this? It's a really romantic moment. Kind of a beautiful thing. Will she, won't she? Oh, my God!
And another guy, they keep piling on him. It's fantastic.
Wow. Even worse, I heard she said no.
What kind of moron goes on the field? That's fabulous.
Man, I mean, I'm sure afterwards she's like, I was going to say yes until you look like a schmuck underneath a dog pile.
Oh man, that guy got hammered. That was great. They don't just say, "Excuse me, sir, you have to leave. You must
I think
leave."
it would be best if no. It's total like Rowdy Roddy Piper approach.
That gives me an idea. They got to do that with 18-mile-an-hour drivers. They
Here
have
we
to put
go
them out
again.
there for the security guys
Here
to
we
come
go
and nail.
again. Jack diving into your car from the sidewalk.
Wow.
So there we go.
AJ,
Yeah.
did you see this about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese yesterday?
What, they want to be invited to the White House together or something?
No. Caitlin Clark backed Angel Reese's actions, saying she had nothing but respect for the LSU star and that Reese should never be criticized for what she did. I competed, she competed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here. That's what's crazy.
The thing is, like, you do it on court. That's fine. Like, Joe Burrow did the same thing. Nobody said anything.
No, you're in the game, and I mean, let's not lose sight of the fact these are college students. These are still kids, basically. So,
I like this too.
Angel Reese is 20 years old. Caitlin Clark is 21. So let's cut some slack.
Yeah.
And Clark also said she would politely decline a possible White House invite from First Lady Jill Biden, which is also smart.
Yeah.
You don't win, you don't
I
go.
hear the chocolate mousse is fantastic out there, though.
Here's the other thing. To all you guys, I don't want to get into politics, but to all you guys making this comparing the two actions of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, of Caitlin Clark in the semifinal and Angel Reese in the final. Stop it.
There it is.
Like, it's so dumb.
It is dumb.
Stop it.
It's definitely
these are kids.
Yep.
Let them be kids.
Yep, absolutely. I agree.
But on a positive note, guys, guess what today is?
National Deep Dish Pizza Day.
It's Speech Day.
Oh,
very good.
So, AJ, where are you speaking today?
Concordia.
What time are you speaking?
Noon.
Okay, and who are you speaking to?
Able Ed.
Who?
The Able Ed program.
All right.
Very good. So, I had to put your quote on the bottom ticker there because it's just I want people to know.
Nike has just do it. AJ has stop it.
Stop it. It's awesome. That might be bumper stickers and T-shirts for next year, gentlemen.
That's awesome. By the way, did we get into? You were talking about Mel's River Run earlier.
Yeah,
I will be there for those.
Yes,
people.
I know. We've heard good things. We're pumping up your
April 15th, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yep.
Yes. Right. Not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
Yeah.
And you're going to be there tripping people as they come through the finish line.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Before I go, I do want to give one quick shout out. Coach Kreider stopped by yesterday, and the Homestead parents, they made me a little card.
Oh, very nice.
I want to give them a quick shout out because they didn't have to do that, and it was really. I didn't read it yet. I'll read it. I'll read it another time. I didn't want to have him read it in front of in the house. So I'll read it another time. But that was very special. He didn't have to. They didn't have to do that, so it was very special.
Very nice. Absolutely.
Nice. I know what I would write on that card for you, AJ.
Here it comes.
Dear
Stop
AJ, stop it. Stop it. Clean up your language and your act.
Yeah, right.
I can always tell your segment's over because I hear barking in the background. That your pup must always come at the same time. So I love the fact that we actually have. I'm not. Those aren't audio effects I'm adding.
She did.
She made the cookies.
Yep.
So there
Cookies.
What?
Yeah.
You got cookies?
Hey, wait a minute.
Our house made cookies yesterday.
Where's mine?
Reese's.
Oh, those are good. Once they start putting the Reese's Pieces in there with the peanut butter and the, that's good.
Oh
really man, that and a cup of coffee, and I'll keep out of your hair for at least an hour.
When's the delivery truck coming by, AJ?
You do know where the library is, don't you?
I do know where the library is.
All right.
In fact, I will be at a library next week.
Oh,
Kohler, right? You're doing the Kohler talk?
Kohler author, kind of like your author circle.
Yes.
We're doing an author dedication. We're doing an author dedication at the library.
Oh, very nice. Cool. Well, we'll have to have you in at our author circle one of these Wednesdays if possible, because we have you and Jack in the house and Carla Luna. We'll have all these like dignitaries.
By the way, Jack,
and me.
shout out to you, man. My mom sent me a picture today, and she said, "I got the book."
What's great I've discovered with the book is that if you have papers, like every time you open your door and they kind of fly around, this book is awesome. It keeps them right on the desk. Just saying. Let your mom know there's a million uses for Guardian Devil. You could read it too. But I'm just saying.
I am gonna read it. I am gonna read it.
Awesome. Yeah, we're hoping. Jack and I briefly talked about putting together an audio version as well. So we'll see how that goes. But I think we should hire William Shatner for it. That's just.
I got a voice for you if you need to. I got a voice for you if you need to.
Oh, I think the agent. I think someone's agent is being agented right now. Right. We can't have that. This is getting way too Wall Street in here for me. All
right, boys.
AJ, have a fantastic day. Have a good talk.
Yeah, good talk today, AJ. We want to hear how it goes.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, sir.
Keep it clean.
AJ McKee with sports. spoken like the true keeper of propriety. Yes.
Keeper of the
Jack
cleanliness.
Henke, the man who will clean up the room.
That's right.
Anyway, nice to see AJ today, especially after a Brewer win. Hey, we have a comment from it's Kelly. Kelly says that we should ask Terry Sweet. I wonder if she's referring to doing your audio book. That would be interesting. I think we should ask Jerry Augustine. I got this book here. You know what's great about books?
I think you should do it doing Jerry Augustine or doing William Shatner.
There you go.
Or switching the parts.
I'll just switch up. We'll have a cast of thousands in this.
Joe Flaherty. Joe Flaherty's got to be one.
Yes. All right.
Jerry Lewis.
Oh my! And, Kelly's all over our comments this morning. She is confirming that yes, she does believe that Terry Sweet should be your audiobook representative. So there we are. But anyway, we have another dignitary in the house today.
It's time for the point.
It's time. It is time for our own Patty Page. Our own Doris Day, as I like to say.
Sure.
Yes.
Is Doris Day the one que sera?
That's her.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Our own Dinah Shore. She was this.
What
she had a fling with Burt Reynolds too. Not Patty. I don't know. I'll have to ask her. Maybe Patty did have a fling with Burt Reynolds. Patty. How was Burt? Oh, there we go. There it is. Oh, the fireworks. I think that's the problem. Nice. That's the problem they had at the Brewer Stadium last night. They said the smoke wouldn't clear because there were so many bombs being launched.
I was wondering what the hell was going on. I didn't have the sound on.
But Patty, good morning. Good day.
What's that?
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you, dear. Have you gotten a copy yet?
Presence of all these important people. I got Jeff over here and authors here, and then Terry Sweet comes in and he's a big singing star. And then there's me, nothing.
But look, you're the only one on like a throne. I mean, you've got this awesome pink chair.
Yes.
You know,
all you need is a tiara.
I'm in this Fakakta office chair, and Jack, I think he's balancing on a couple of his books. So, you know.
Can you see the design on the back of this chair?
Very much so.
Absolutely.
Cool? Did you get it at the Seedberg auction?
No, I got it from my mother's house.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Did you tell her before you? I mean,
if she were alive, I would have told her. Yeah.
Well, right. But, you know, I mean, I didn't know if you got it before. That you know, one day she's like, "Where's my favorite chair?"
Right.
I've done that to my parents before. They're just like, "Didn't we used to have an ottoman?" Yeah,
it's better than them coming over and go, "That looks familiar."
I do it like the old Wheel of Fortune, where my head's going around, and I'll say, "Okay, then put the rest on a gift certificate." So there you go.
I got a question. What does Patty Page look like? I don't even know what she
today. Not so good.
Irrelevant.
But I'll bring up Miss Page.
Nearly as cute as you.
What did she do?
She was a singer. She sang. Her big one was the Tennessee Waltz, the big song.
You know who does a great version of that is who's the little guy from Scotland? Tom Jones.
Oh, little guy, please.
Yeah. Yes.
Ask the ladies. Not so.
Well,
I've heard quite differently.
height wise, he's like 4'11" or so.
I gotta play that one every time we have Patty on Wednesdays now. She's a lady.
Oh yes, yes.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
whoa.
No, Tom was a beast.
Well, I know, but he was
only like 4'11".
yeah.
Oh, he's just. Oh, wow. Well, I hear he compensated it.
Yes, he made up for it. The big head does talking for the little head, if you know what I'm talking
Hello.
about.
Good morning.
a little bit backwards there.
Wow.
Turn that one on its ear. Patty, tell us what's going on with the reverberations of the contest you just had, the ring design contest.
Oh, I have a picture.
What's the latest?
Well, yesterday alone, we had 3 people ordering rings. So into
There's Patty Page, by the way, just in case anyone's curious.
oh, there she is. Wow. Don't
The
call
many
me
faces
Patty
of
anymore.
the many faces of Patty.
The Tennessee Waltz. The doggy in the window, she did that one too?
That's her too. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
That was a
Really?
big monster hit for her.
Yeah. I recognize that one.
So there we go.
Yeah.
But anyway,
so
back to
so
ring.
they're selling, and we haven't even gotten a picture of what it looks like in sterling silver up on the on our pages yet. But hopefully, I will have them a couple of made up and be able to post on the internet by hopefully Friday. So keeping the fingers crossed. But we sold 3 alone yesterday, so that was cool.
Nice.
Excellent. We got to meet the winner on Monday, Stella. She's a lovely young lady. Got to see Deb Mortal, who is just a machine over at the high school, which is always great to see Deb. It was, Patty, what did you learn from this whole dealio?
How much
So
I
far.
don't know.
That's my favorite lesson usually, actually.
If you knew afterwards, if you knew ahead of time what it was going to be like, you never would have done it. So it's a good thing you didn't know that.
I probably would have done it anyway because I think it's really cool that the kids get to do something that could be, potentially produced professionally. And if I had been a high school kid when this was offered and I had talent, I would have thought, wow, this is awesome. So I probably still would have done it, but maybe with a little bit more trepidation. My problem is I go, oh yeah, that's such a great idea. Let's do it. And then I never think about the little tiny details along the way. And it's like, oh crap, I thought about that. Didn't think about that. I just thought of something else last night. Now what do I do with it? So yeah. So I probably still do it, but I probably would have worried a little bit more.
That's my life in a nutshell.
Then it's good that you didn't know. Who needs extra worry?
Right. Exactly.
Well, I do have a very cool photograph of the
worry is
of the
giving
big
power
winner
to
here.
wishes you.
Boom. There we go.
There she is. There's Stella and Deb and Patty
Speaking
and
of,
moi. Look at. With
let's
the
hear
cash
it.
in hand.
This is great too. She was just like, "Pah, I don't do this for the money." Pah.
Yeah. Patty said, "Go ahead and throw the money, throw it up." And she goes, "Should I?" Patty goes, "Yes." So she did.
So that's fantastic. Really cool.
I always had this dream about sitting in a pile of money, like you do with leaves, and then throwing it all up in the air. I'm weird, I guess. Whatever.
Gangsters do that every day. They're just like.
It's like that great scene in Breaking Bad when they have in the storage bin and they have that whole. It's like a bed of money. Fantastic.
Did you?
But the intent is to do this again next year, right?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. When the next semester starts, we'll do it once a semester.
Oh, wonderful. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
2 a year then, in theory, I suppose.
So Stella's ring design will be available for sale until the next school year starts, right? That's when you cut it off. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. And then we'll start with the next one. So yeah.
And then and then the charge on that one really spikes because it has something called scarcity. Buy now. Don't wait till next semester.
Yeah, right. Exactly. The two things is Stella is a beautiful young lady. Oh my God. I think she's so pretty and tall. Everybody in that picture was tall except me. I felt like I was.
To be fair, Pat.
Relatively. The
I
relative
was even
terms.
standing on tippy toes.
Well, Patty, what are you going to do now with all your free time now that you have nothing to do?
But I do. I make trips down to the south side of Milwaukee to pick up the rings. So
Oh,
There
very
you go.
nice.
All right.
Courier, head courier.
yeah,
So it's outside. It never ends for you, does it?
yeah, it does. At about
Day in the life of a
7:30.
jewel. Well, let's not get carried away now.
That's the pace of life in Cedarburg's theater district.
That's
Yes,
right.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you hear in the evening hours between 7 and 9 if they're playing like a movie that has like all explosions and stuff? Does your ceiling rumble and stuff? You know,
No.
like, no, I don't have like Dolby surround over there and it's shaking the rings off the shelves.
If it did, I was sound asleep and slept right through it. So.
You gotta have Jerry and Alice turn things up over there. We want things to rattle over there.
That's right. I might blow off your
Exactly.
group tonight, Will Bulldog, because Champions is only there one more night, I think. And I
Oh, wait a
wanted
minute!
to
You're going to. So you're not coming in tonight.
see it. Yeah, I just decided.
I just promised 2 published authors to all my people, and now we just cleave that in half.
Well, I'll let you know about 6:45.
All right,
What?
you know.
No,
I'll let you know at 6:45.
Movie starts at 7. Does your thing only go 20 minutes? 6:30 to 7 to 6:50.
We try to push it all the way up to closing time, if at all
Yeah.
possible. Yeah.
So
So,
Carla's worth coming. So what? Sorry, Patty. I got to ask Bulldog this one.
smoke him if you got him, Patty.
What's the format of this? Can anybody come to this?
Yeah,
author thing?
absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
so what's the deal? What do you
It's,
wanna
right now
accomplish?
it's loose and we're just kind of building because this is only our second gathering.
Are you the moderator? Is Carla?
I try to keep things steered in the right direction if at all
Okay.
possible. If people start throwing chairs, I'm out of there. I'll let them just kind of
Yeah.
fight it out amongst themselves. But,
Do you have a theme for each group?
not yet. That's coming. I just want to be kind of loose and gather, get people in.
Really
and kind
loose.
of yes. So
Just show
but
up.
the goal eventually is to get people who are reading the materials to read it on air on CPL Radio. I'm going to have an Cedarburg Authors Circle half hour or hour or whatever. So it's basically forcing people that most writers groups are kind of the same, and that people like, I got this piece and it's kind of been in development and I've been working on it for 17 years and I'm getting closer to actually getting 3 paragraphs done. I want to avoid that kind of author paralysis that happens and force them to here's some deadlines. You need to have something done by this day because we're going to go on the air. Now you don't have to, because again, it's not, this isn't Russia, but I mean, but yeah, that's kind of
most people need that, Joel.
They do. And so that really, I just want to be a different kind of authors group. Now, some people want that. They want to just sit around and sip oolong tea and talk
Well, that
about
brings up another thing. I know for your movies you allow any alcohol carry-ins. Is that allowed at the writers thing too?
The less said, the better. Hey, Linda, are you watching? Do you hear what I just said? The less said, the better. We don't know.
Do you have to?
All right.
Is it like in school? If you get caught with a treat, you got to share it with everybody.
Yes, you have to share your.
How
You have
much-
to share your
how much-
skull. You have to share your flask with everyone, Jack. No, COVID rules still apply.
Bring your own straw. That's what you have to bring. You have to
Absolutely.
bring your own materials and your own straw.
Backwash at your own peril.
There you go. All right, Patty. Sorry, turning it back over to you. I got enough out of him.
Okay.
What's going on in your world? Tell us what's going on in fashion and jewelry.
Well, I'll tell you, I thought I'd talk a little bit about rings today. So
You've been known to do that.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I think you probably think you know everything there is to know about rings, but I'll bet you're wrong. So I thought I'd just go through it a little bit, and because there's so much more about rings that people just don't know. So we got the traditional things about ring. There's engagement rings, wedding rings. Sometimes people wear rings as a status builder. There's religious rings like the Pope's ring where you kiss it and stuff like that. And then
Speaking of
I don't know if
COVID
you-
rules,
Right.
gross ring.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine what
COVID
that
rules.
smells like? He's like 105. You can imagine bending down the key. You go, nah, I'm good. How about fist bump?
It'd be like, the prior person who kissed your ring had linguine.
Yeah. Here you go, Francis.
Go ahead.
Hit him high, hit him low. She brought it up. Kind of. Where has that ring been? You know?
That's the first question.
I'm getting a visual, I'm getting a smell.
I know. You can't get it out of there. It's like decaying flesh. That's what it is.
But there's other rings like in the Victorian period.
Kiss the cadaver.
I would whisper to the person in front of me. I'd be like, "How was that fish fry?"
You go next. You go next.
I think the guy behind me French kissed the ring.
Oh.
Pope is like, all right, enough.
I'm gonna kiss it myself. Nobody gets it. Nobody gets any.
The lonely Pope. I kiss my own ring.
Bye. Goodbye. This is Holy Week, for Christ's sake. I got things to do. Paul Lynn would have been a great Pope. Paul Lynn the First. Paul Lynn the First.
I bless you and you, but not so much you.
You go out because you go, ha!
Don't stop with just the ring. Anyway,
you'll fit in right around here.
How boring. Anyway, well, Patty,
what was that you were saying about rings?
I'm sure you had something to say about rings about 3 shows ago. Oh, the glasses are off. Okay. Anyway. Yes.
So there is the Pope's ring. And I bet you guys didn't know this, but in the Victorian period, they had some rings that were called dearest rings and regard rings. And what they were is the dearest ring, the stones would be the first letter of each word. So on the dearest ring, it would be diamond, emerald, amethyst, ruby, emerald, sapphire, topaz. And then you'd give that to somebody that you loved, who you would call.
Oh, you just rattled that right off. That was pretty cool. Actually, I'm impressed.
And
Like
then there was a regard ring that, of course, that you could give to somebody that you held in your high regards or esteem.
Oh.
And of course, ruby, emerald, garnet, amethyst, ruby, diamond. So
it's level of likability. It's kind of level like if a dearest ring, I really like you. It's a regard ring, I sort of like you.
Yeah, whatever.
Right. You're fine.
You don't kiss on the lips.
I'll do.
Oh no.
Paul in the First.
I'm giving you a regard ring because of that purple ascot. Take that damn thing off, you'd be beautiful.
Pope John Paul Lynn.
Oh my God. Oh no. So close to Easter, we're going to hell. How nice.
Holy Thursday, get it in now, boys.
You're one fish fry away from the last walk. Oh my goodness. Those who are tardy don't get sheet cake.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm laughing so hard.
Allow me to remind the viewers
we do amuse ourselves. It's good to do. You're the person you're with the most.
We are equal opportunity. We'll go after my faith tomorrow, Judy. Don't worry. We're close to Passover, so I'm in the crosshairs as well. Don't worry. And by the way, the Ten Commandments is not an Easter movie, just so you know. Go ahead, Patty. The Ring Report has been a struggle today for you, and I apologize up and down.
So, okay,
That's what she said.
We have, like rings that are just kind of benign, like a signet ring. And I think I told you about signet rings. They use them like a signature. You stamp your initial. Yeah. But there's a seamier side to rings that people aren't probably aware of. And some of them can be quite sinister. So
now I'm interested.
Some rings have been used for weapons. It's the Indian Qatar and the African Zamora rings, and they have knives coming out of them, or big metal. So in battle, they could just hit somebody, sort of like brass knuckles, only deadlier. So okay,
I think it was a Bond movie where one of the Mr. Bond, I'd like to show you my ring. I know it was a poison or something.
Yeah.
And then of course, you've got the kind of rings that are used to identify a cult that somebody might be in, or a gang or things like that. There's also a cipher ring where spies would have decoder ring when they would have like a message in the ring, and this is how they would transport information undercover.
Drink your Ovaltine.
Right, exactly.
Was it Mission Impossible, the original of the series, where they had rings that had like a needle and they put them on somebody's?
Sure.
Sleeping
definitely.
Stuff. Was that
absolutely
Mission Impossible? Yeah.
This guy here, the Phantom. He would leave his mark. That's a skull ring, and they always knew you tangled with the Phantom when you had his mark on your forehead.
Forget the ring. Check out the belt buckle. That's pretty cool.
Well, if you hit his belt buckle, that's a different thing.
Oh, that one was below the belt buckle.
Not just in any belt buckles. No.
Oh, she's got the belt buckle mark. A whole other.
It's like your cheek is blind and bossed.
Oh no.
Okay, now I just got two more here.
You can do it. I believe in you, Patty.
You can do it.
There's also hair rings, Hair hair rings. So and they used to have like a how channel set diamonds are kind of sit down in the ring. Okay, so they used to have hair that they would put like in the channel of a ring, and then sometimes like a little gold cover that would cover over it, so the hair would not get ruined. And the hair was for either a sweetheart who may have gone off to war, or somebody who had died, and it was like for a memory. And in those days, in the Victorian period, when this was really popular, and even in the 16th and 17th century, hair rings were quite popular. It wasn't considered, macabre. It was considered, honoring the dead people and giving homage to those you love who passed away. Now, the very funnest ring were the poison rings.
Oh, that's a blast. Yeah. That's a party.
The poison rings actually had like a little, there might have been like a little top. Yeah. And the top would lift off. And you'd say to your enemy, "Can I make you a drink?" And then
you did that very well, Patty. Back in your little Switzerland days.
Yeah.
Can I make you?
I can't get this open. Where's the bottle open?
I hope that's how you approached your customer. May I get you a beverage?
Oh man,
rings.
That's how I got even with everybody who kept throwing me in the ice bin. But
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then of course, brass knuckles, they're kind of a ring,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and and who used those, like Dutch Schultz and Bugsy Siegel, and
Listen to
Don
you with the
Dillon.
mobsters. Very good.
Yeah, well, listen, when I was a kid, my dad watched all the Elliot Ness stuff, and so
Oh, there you go.
I'd be having not monsters under my bed, but gangsters under my bed.
I've got gangsters under my bed. There's a fedora by the closet door.
Patty goes to sleep and her lullaby is Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh my gosh.
So, and
Someone
don't
has a
forget
Tommy
Lucky
gun.
Luciano. He was another one.
No, he was
Oh,
he
yeah.
was a barrel laughs, yeah.
Yeah.
Rappers have those rings now that they have like multiple, and they'll have like diamond studded name or something like that. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So through
Chad
history,
Bulldog.
diamonds rings have been more than just a ring. They've been used for all sorts of purposes, good and nefarious. So
Have
Nefarious.
you come across any of those kinds of rings in your travels? You go to a show and there's maybe some old poison ring,
yes,
or
I've had poison rings and I've had hair rings.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Or
heard
poison
it.
earrings.
Did you know that they used to hair jewelry, not only in rings, but hair jewelry, period? Like they would make watch chains out of braided hair and things like that of these loved ones. And it was so popular back in the Victorian period that
They were killing your relatives just to get them.
We're running low on watch bands. We gotta knock off Aunt Tessie. You could just give her a haircut, but no, let's just kill her. That's easier.
But they used to run magazine articles in, like the popular magazines of the day on how to actually make all this hair jewelry. So,
wow.
Yeah,
Might come back.
And a
You
lot
never
of
know. I
some of
mean,
it was called
culturally.
mourning jewelry, which is spelled MOUR.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, who is it?
So-
It was who's the sling? Billy Bob Thornton and what's her name? Angelina. Didn't they have blood? Each other
yeah.
wore blood in the jewelry or something. That's what it reminds me
Absolutely.
of. That kind of thing. That
Yeah.
kind of thing.
And
We're
don't
in Wisconsin. We
forget
have cheese jewelry.
Don't forget Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
That's right.
They that ring that if she tries to take it off, it stabs her.
Wow. Wow, that's one way of avoiding
it together.
Divorce attorneys.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's
yeah,
intense.
so there's all sorts of little uses for rings.
Very
And-
cool. I hope one of the high school students next year, like, what if they, you get some edgy guy in one of Deb Mortal's art class who's like, I'm making a poison ring. Is that all right? Do we got to go with it? I mean, I don't know.
Next time, it was a ring this time, but it's Patty already has some things cooking for what Patty and Deb put their heads together. They kind of have already started to plan for what the next
Right here, this guy. That's the one we need next year.
There you go.
There we are.
He's not very handsome looking.
No, that's him on a bad day. Usually, yeah, it's the Phantom. Yeah, presumably someone said something about his mother or something. I don't know. He's kind of he looks a little upset. So, you don't want to upset the Phantom, the Shadow, any of those old Dick Tracy.
No
None of them have
kidding.
senses of humor. But well, Patty, so nice to see you today. You made it through your segment. I think that alone deserves a medal,
Well done.
or maybe a ring.
So
I don't know.
Upright.
Yes, indeed. Oh, fantastic. Well, have a wonderful week. Go a fantastic weekend, and then we will see you hopefully on this show next Wednesday.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Remember, tell everybody, buy those rings.
Support the high school and the
Yeah.
kids and the whole thing. the art
Absolutely.
department. So cool.
And-
Without a doubt, it's a
don't
very
forget-
cool
They can
program.
order them they can order them at because love has many facets at gmail.com.
Or look up Patty Galoon Hansen. She will help you. Right?
Absolutely.
Ta-da.
Either way works. Just do it, right?
Right.
There it is.
Right.
All right. Back again tomorrow with another show. It's the Thursday edition where we will talk computer crimes and pet crimes.
No. Yeah.
The nice things about our pets, and hopefully Eric will give us a little guidance to keep our computers safe. So
And Dr. Kelly will keep us on the right track, on the right
Yes.
side of our pets and our loved ones. So,
absolutely. I want to ask her about vaccines tomorrow. Not for me, but just in general. I wonder, I had a conversation this week with someone who said, "Oh, I never get my dog any vaccines ever." And I thought, I wonder if you're worried about
So,
rating.
that's stupid.
Yeah. So don't bring you or your dog around anymore.
That's right.
So-
That's right.
Thanks for everything. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. It's been a
Have
show.
Wonder Weasel
Don't
Wednesday.
forget,
Little
congratulations, Jack.
Ooh.
By the way, your book will be available at the library today, more than likely. So
Excellent.
Mine's supposed to come today, so
all right,
Excellent.
my gosh, you're
All right.
giving that Grisham guy a run for his money.
Ooh.
All right. Take care, folks. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Little Shirley to you.
little Shirley to
next
you.
slide?
Bye,
There we
guys.
go. All right, take
All
care.
right.
Bye bye. There we go. Oops, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. End broadcast. Don't say anything.